Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Got a good show lined up for you today on this Thursday. Do be careful outside. Brent drove over from his home. Which way was the wind pushing you? Off the road or down the road or against the wind? Or
all of them. I thought it was worse going east to west, with it coming sideways at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of put both hands on the wheel type of day today.
Wind will affect us all the way through today, tonight, and tomorrow, according to the forecast. And the wind advisory is lifted at 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon or early evening, and we hope that continues to be the case. That's long enough. And we've already had a gust out at the airport this morning at 61 miles per hour, and they were talking about 65, maybe even 70 mile per hour gusts in the afternoon, both today and tomorrow. So we'll want to be careful out there. And, when you're working outside, if you really have to be working outside, talking earlier on KCNI, if you pick up something flat, you may become a kite because it's going to pull you around, push you around a little bit. Who knows what will be flying through the air, so be careful. Now, we want to start the show this morning by reading a follow-up story on Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Yesterday, we read the story about how he refused to put a face mask on in a drugstore in California.
You did.
And we wondered why he would do that. We kind of talked about it, because they do have a pretty bad situation in California right now. And Bruce Willis admits today, this is the kind of man he is.
Good.
He admits he messed up by not wearing a mask. Bruce Willis has apologized for refusing to wear a mask inside an L.A. drugstore. The manager of the Rite Aid asked the diehard star to yippee-ki-yay out of there, and he did. He didn't refuse to go, but he did refuse to wear the mask. Now he admits it was an error in judgment and told People magazine, be safe out there and let's continue to mask up. So there is the follow-up story on that. So he maybe he just got ticked off for a moment and got into an argument with the drugstore guy. I don't know.
You never know.
At least he didn't pull out the old 45 on him.
Yeah. So did he get his prescription? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. I don't know if he got his pills or not.
Oh.
Maybe he wasn't even in there for pills. I don't know. But he said he had a error in judgment. Well, we all know the inauguration is coming up, and it's going to be different in many, many ways. But they don't encourage people to attend. But they've come up with another idea. And if you like these celebrities, if nothing else, you're going to get a virtual inauguration show.
Oh.
Yeah. Looks like the festivities that are always around the show, none of that because of COVID. And they'll change things up. So they're Celebrating America. It's a primetime special called Celebrating America, hosted by Tom Hanks. Should be good. Other performers, Bon Jovi, Demi Lovato, and Justin Timberlake will all be performing. Amongst others, I think, who's A-Rod's girlfriend?
Jennifer Lopez.
She'll be performing. There'll be other performances.
Also known as J-Lo, I believe.
Oh, J-Lo.
Yes.
Did not know that. So anyway, it looks like the festivities around the inauguration has evolved into a show. So you get the benefit, if you like those artists, to hear them perform. Now, I hope that Christy will be happy because Bon Jovi's going to be there.
Yeah, she's a Bon Jovi fan, isn't she?
Yeah. She's also a Garth Brooks fan. I haven't heard his name mentioned, but I do remember him performing for inaugurations before. Maybe he'll jump in, and Christy will be totally happy. Maybe.
We'll see.
All right, we're going to be visiting with Clang Financial today, Pearson Physical Therapy, Subway sandwiches, and let's see here, we also have commentary paid for by Ray Hunt and a couple other things we're going to be telling you about this morning. I want to talk a little bit about sports. If you guys can make it to your destinations without being blown off the highway, we should have a couple of good broadcasts tonight.
Yeah, we'll have basketball on the air on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com, as we'll bring you Sandhills Thetford against Anselmo Myrna in girls and boys basketball. That'll be tonight with the girls game tipping at 6, boys to follow. And then on KCNI 96.3 FM, we plan to have coverage of Broken Bow Wrestling as Broken Bow goes up to Valentine for a triangular. They'll duel against Gothenburg and Valentine. Coverage probably somewhere in that 6 to 6:30 area is what we're expecting. And we'll do it on the radio and also hope to have a live video stream for you as well on all of our media platforms.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Birthdays of significance. LL Cool J is 53 today.
Great.
Also, Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, he's the front man for that band, is 52 years old. And he is also the former drummer for Nirvana. He said when he was still a teen, he never took drum lessons. Instead, he learned by listening to punk music and the band Rush. That's how he learned to play the drums. Drunk chick. Hey, drunk chick, this just in.
All right.
Drunk chick breaks neck trying to recreate the Dirty Dancing lift.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's not good.
True story. A dance teacher in Australia got a little tipsy. She might have had a couple too many cocktails and tried recreating the famous Dirty Dancing lift move with her boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
Didn't go very well. She ended up landing on her head and breaking her neck.
Oh, that's terrible.
She's going to be okay. Don't worry.
That's good.
But has to wear a neck brace for a while. She's 25 years old, and she actually thought maybe being a little tipsy may have saved her because she was a little more relaxed.
Well, that's great.
So
who was at fault? Was it her trying to go into the arms of her boyfriend to be hoisted up above, or did the boyfriend drop her?
Doesn't really describe how it happened.
Oh, okay.
They just had a little too many cocktails. Maybe somebody should put this baby in a corner for a while.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Dum-dum. So with that story, you're going to play I've Had the Time of My Life?
No.
You're going to play that? Come on. Come on, Dave. Play the song.
Oh, well, you'll have to ask the Ruski to play it because I don't think we have that in here.
We don't have that in our playlist?
No, we don't.
Oh, come on. We got to add that.
We don't do that. You can ask her, though. We haven't talked to her for a while. I wonder how she's getting along now since she has gotten past the election. And she's been, I don't know if she's been helping influence any election things or not. She is a Ruski. It's possible she's been listening all across the world.
You know, I was thinking back to when you first received Alexa.
Yes.
It was a gift.
It was.
And if I remember right, you were very excited about it. And then I'm trying to think of the exact day, the exact question, but there was a day that occurred where she was just uncooperative.
Oh, yeah.
With you.
Yeah.
And your relationship has never been the same. Do you really, you still fully believe that she is a Russian device? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
you still believe that?
You've heard her speak Russian on the show.
I know. Yes, yes, that's true.
And she'll play the Russian national anthem for you anytime you ask.
Yeah.
She'll speak Russian upon command.
Yeah.
I still appreciate the gift. And I love sometimes getting, information and music off. I just don't like talking to her. She just
she doesn't
like me.
I agree. There's and I'm trying to figure out who created the riff. Was it you or was it her?
Well, I wouldn't do that. You know that.
Oh, no. Of course you wouldn't, Dave.
You know me very well. I wouldn't do anything like that.
No. I've never seen you ruffle anyone's feathers.
I had a lady yesterday, a very nice lady, at the post office, and this is a true story. We kind of said hello and went out the door together, and we got to the bottom of the steps, and she asked me not to be so hard on you. She likes you. I said, I'm not hard on Brent. What are you talking about?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Very nice
I
lady.
need to send her a note. Thanks, whoever you were.
Very nice lady. But I told her, no problem. I don't really pick on Brent anyway.
Oh, my.
Do you want to ask the Ruski for that song?
Yeah, are you okay with it? I mean, are you okay?
Well, if
we bring her into the show, and are you really okay with us playing the song from Dirty Dancing? Are you okay with that?
I can get if it's in connection with the story we just read. This poor Australian 25-year-old broke her neck trying to do the dirty dance move.
Yeah.
So yes, let's try it.
All right, here we go. Well, let's see if she's awake. Alexa, good morning.
See?
She won't even talk to me now. It's because of you.
Now she's giving us the silent treatment.
We had a good relationship, she and I, but now she won't even talk to me.
Well, she lit up.
She did do that.
You lighted her life up. You light up my.
Do we have that song?
Oh God!
Maybe we can play that. You light up my life.
Well, go ahead and ask her.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, there she is.
Today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day.
Oh.
Or as pets like to call it, let's just get this over with day.
Do you dress up your pets? Do you dress up your cats?
No.
For anything?
No. Never have.
Okay.
Now that I have a little more time on my hands, I might.
Well, yeah. You could, since you're leaving earlier now, maybe you could do that this afternoon.
Dress up the kitty today.
Hey, Willow, come here. It's Dress Up Your Pet Day. Come on, let's see what kind of outfit we can put you in today.
Steel gloves on if you're going to do that.
Alexa, play I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Kim Carnes.
I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes.
Oh, sorry,
on Amazon
Jennifer
Music.
Warnes. I couldn't remember who sang it with him. Oh, here it comes. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
She's Like the Wind. Yeah. Was it a top 10 hit?
Oh.
It was.
Sandhills Dunning School, spaghetti with meat sauce and breadsticks. Was it really a hit?
Yeah. I think you should play it today. She's Like the Wind. It's windy outside. It would fit perfectly.
Do you have a school lunch menu there?
I do. Would you like me to read it?
Please.
Okay. And some Smyrna today. Creamy macaroni and cheese with dinner roll, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, or fresh baked ham and cheese sub at Ann Smyrna.
At Litchfield, chicken noodle or chili soup, raw veggies, cinnamon roll, apple, and milk.
She's Like the Wind.
Oh, Lord, please.
Broken Bow today. Creamy macaroni and cheese with dinner roll, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, fresh baked ham and cheese sub. Broken Bow.
Cozad High School on the hot option, it's beef quesadillas, corn. On the cold option, club sandwich, taco salad with Italian bread.
Callaway today. Tacos at Callaway.
At Arnold today, it's goulash and tea roll.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices, pizza, chili soup, and chicken enchilada.
At Ansley, it's chicken fajitas.
Loop City today, chicken noodle or potato soup with cheese stick.
At Thedford, chicken noodles and mashed potatoes. That sounds delicious.
Sargent Public Schools today, chili cheese fries, stuffed potatoes, fruit salad, dinner roll, milk, and salad bar on the menu today at Sargent.
A big thank you to Viera Wireless this morning, part of the breakfast show. You'll see their logo on our Facebook Live video feed, and they also assist us with our broadcast of sports, which we'll be doing again tonight. So thank you, Viera Wireless. They are located in several locations in our area: Ord, Lexington, North Platte, Kearney, and right here in Broken Bow. The store here is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Stop in and see them about their beginning of the year specials they have for you for internet and phone service. Viera Wireless here in Broken Bow and surrounding area. Let's play the game.
All right, let's do. Motown Records was formed in Detroit in January 1959, so here's some questions about Motown singers. This was the premier girl group, the Absolute Queens. The lead singer was a diva with charisma to spare. Their list of hits include Where Did Our Love Go?, Baby Love, and Come See About Me. Who are we talking about? Is it the Supremes, the Ronettes, the Shirelles, or the Marvelettes? Your choices again, the Supremes, the Ronettes, the Shirelles, or the Marvelettes. Who had the hits Where Did Our Love Go?, Baby Love, and Come See About Me? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Hi, this is Jodine at Beau Bouterie. Dick and I are off to market, and I've heard a rumor that our staff is going to have a sale while we're gone. I think they're calling it the Bosses Are Gone sale. It sounds like 30% will be marked off of snow boots, bear paws, and fashion boots, plus 25% off all leather purses and wallets. Oh, there's lots of winter left, so come in and save on winter styles right now at Beau Bouterie. We're on the square in Broken Bow, proud to be your home-owned shoe store.
The Secret Garden will be open this Saturday with 15% marked off of Secret Garden inventory, excluding candles. Plus, 20 to 50% will be marked off of winter decor. They carry Willow Tree and excited to be carrying inspirational products from Dayspring now, too. The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. The Secret Garden, open 8:30 to 4:30 this Saturday.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason: their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
7:52, we didn't get a call, so we'll save that one for tomorrow.
Oh, you want to save it? Okay,
let's
we
save
can
it.
do that.
And also want to thank Joan Burney. She makes these up for us on behalf of the Broken Bow Library.
Yeah.
She's retired from there. She still likes it to be known that the library is working for you in this community, and she provides the questions for us to ask. So when they're corny, it's her fault. When they're good, it's her doing.
Yes.
It's all on her, which has been the story of her life since she's married me.
Yeah.
All right, you wanted to play this silly, well, as long as we've destroyed the show.
What? What do you mean destroyed the show?
Yeah.
This is one of the most popular, biggest selling motion picture soundtracks in history.
Oh, wait, we don't have time.
Oh, we don't? Oh, rats.
We have the Dave Davis Farmers National Report.
Oh,
That's
okay.
coming up.
All right.
But we could play it later, maybe.
Sure.
Possibly. It could happen.
Okay.
So we have a couple minutes here before, about 1 minute. We could talk a little bit about the Anselmo Myrna Schools job opening there, or whichever one you want to bring up there.
Yeah, Anselmo Myrna Public Schools currently has an opening for a custodial position. They are currently accepting applications. They offer an excellent health insurance and benefits package with a highly competitive hourly pay rate. To apply, contact Logan Lightfoot. You can call him at the school at 643-2224 or email him at logan.lightfoot@amcoyotes.org. Be a learner, be a leader, be a coyote. And you can also check this listing out on sandhillsexpress.com by going to the employment page.
Thank you very much. We'll be bringing you that report, that conversation with Kathy, with Dave Davis and Farmers National. And then we'll have news for you. And then we'll get right back into it with our guests. Again, we're going to have Pearson Physical Therapy highlighted this morning, and Subway and Broken Bow, and also commentary from Ray Hunt coming up just after the weather and news here on this Thursday.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Everly reporting for Farmers National Company and Dave Davis Auction Service. For Farmers National Company, we did list the bowling alley at 723 East Southeast Street. It's a great business opportunity. It's a 12-lane bowling alley and a bar. The bar area is separated from the bowling alley, and the bar space is leased out. Each business has his and her restrooms. It's a great location right off Highway 2. And if you'd like more information, if you call my office, we'd be glad to visit with you. And that's the bowling alley at 723 East Southeast Street. Another new listing at 425 North 10th Avenue. It's got a very cute front porch. You walk into a large living room with a fireplace, formal dining room off of the kitchen, nice-sized kitchen with pantry, and the appliances are staying with the home, sunken family room in the back, main floor laundry, open staircase with neat ornate woodwork. Upstairs has a second bathroom and 4 bedrooms. There's an attached double garage that's at 425 North 10th Avenue. At 1704 Myers Road, we do have an acreage. It's 2.61 acres within 1 mile from Broken Bow on Myers Road. Awesome sunroom in the front of the house with custom blinds. 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on the main floor laundry. Lower level has family room, office, non-conforming bedroom, workshop area, storage room, and storm shelter. The exterior was painted in 2016. It has a detached 28 by 24 garage, a 13 by 7 utility shed, a 24 by 9 shed, and a 50 by 30 Quonset that does have concrete floor with an automatic door. It's a very neat setting with a great shelter belt on the west side that's located at 1704 Myers Road. If you're looking for a condo, we have a corner unit at Cali Court, open dining and living area with sliding patio doors leading to the patio area. Kitchen has built-in microwave, granite countertops, and oak cabinets. There's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The master bedroom has master bathroom with double sinks. There's 3 skylights, great storage. Everything is on 1 level. Does have an attached garage. Commons area for entertaining your friends and family. There's no more lawn care or snow removal here, and you can check that one at Cali Court. At 535 South 10th Avenue, we do have the Farm Credit Service building listed. It's a very nice commercial building. This building was built in 1955. It's in excellent shape. The main part was remodeled in 2009. This building is set up for 2 separate businesses, with each having their own entrance and a shared parking lot. There's 8342 square feet with a partial basement. The building is located at 535 South 10th Avenue. At 502 South East Street, we have a home listed that has an open front porch. It's 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, formal dining and living room, main floor laundry, partial basement with storage, off-street parking in the back. That's at 502 South East Street. And then we have at 1146 South F Street. It's a corner lot. It does have a partial basement with storage and nice shade trees. That's at 1146 South F Street. In Ansley, we have the former Jenny M. Melham Memorial Medical Building listed at 706 Main Street. This has 2250 square feet. It was built in 1920, and it was last used as a medical clinic, and that's located at 706 Main Street in Ansley. Then by Oconto, we have a little acreage of 1.6 acres. It's 43408 Road 779 Oconto. It's just right outside of Oconto. It has a nice-sized living room with picture window. Main floor has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. Upstairs has a possibility of 3 more bedrooms. Has main floor laundry. Has a 30 by 22 detached garage with attached 22 by 15 carport. It is a project home with lots of possibilities, and that is located at 43408 Road 779, Oconto. I think that sums it up for this week, but I'd like to thank you all for listening, and have a great week. Thank you.
Applications to attend Broken Bow Public Schools' new Discoveries Preschool for the 2021 to 2022 school year are being taken January 4th through the 29th. Children must be 3 by July 31st and not turn 5 before July 31st. Pick up applications at North Park Elementary or call 872-2982. You can also email christy.osman@bbps.org or kim.jonas@bbps.org. Fee to attend is based on income. Again, to pick up and submit applications to attend new Discoveries Preschool before January 29th.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The House votes to impeach President Trump a second time. Now the Senate gets ready for a trial. CBS's Paula Reed.
Moving into these impeachment proceedings, it's unclear who will be defending the president. His lawyers from the previous impeachment proceedings, Jay Sekulow and the White House counsel, they have said they do not intend to defend the president in this round.
The trial is not expected to begin until after Mr. Trump leaves office. The FBI is warning police across the country about possible attacks. Santa Clara County, California Sheriff Lori Smith.
We're focused on the right-wing extremists, the terrorists, the same type of people that took action in Washington, D.C.
Americans are clamoring for COVID vaccines. Rockville Center, Long Island pharmacist Howard Jacobson.
Today we actually feel like we're in a bit of a war zone. It made 1,000 appointments for the 100 shots that we got. Our phones are ringing off the hook.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. A piece of legislation is targeting online harassment, and one of Nebraska's senators is working to make it a law. Amanda Poole with News Channel Nebraska has more.
A session playing catch-up. State officials knew the 2021 legislative period would be a busy one. This year, the session kicked off with a plea, requesting each member carefully consider the number of bills they introduce in light of the pandemic.
So yeah, there's a lot of important things going on, even though COVID is going on as well.
Despite that, over 200 bills have already been introduced. Among them, the Adopt the Doxing Prevention Act.
False reporting is already a crime, but it's a very minor crime in comparison to how big of a deal it is to send an armed police presence into someone whose innocent's home.
Senator Adam Moorfeld is behind the bill. He says it would provide harsher penalties and civil action for false reporting, resulting in scenes like these.
Put your hands behind your back. So nearly half Americans in the United States, half American adults, I should say, have experienced online harassment of one kind or another. From our perspective, online hate leads to real-world violence, and that's an important message.
Senator Moorfeld partnered with the Anti-Defamation League. The ADL tracks doxing and swatting cases. There are a handful of examples here in Nebraska, but no national statistics. Still, FBI agents say they estimate hundreds of incidents occur each year.
The Anti-Defamation League has done some great work across the country, and so I'm proud to work with them on this and make sure that Nebraska stays ahead of the curve.
Swatting is a false report made to authorities, luring them to a location where they are led to believe a crime has been committed. Doxing goes hand in hand with the false reports, as it's the practice of revealing personal information of people without their consent, like home addresses. Morfeld says the bill is long overdue, but the legislation does have its critics. On social media, some called it too vague or ill-considered. Morfeld has responded and says it's just part of the process. He plans to use the feedback to improve the wording in the legislation. The bill will make its next stop at a standing committee to receive its first public hearing. For News Channel Nebraska, I'm Amanda Poole.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NBA, where the Houston Rockets were a part of a 4-team trade that saw disgruntled star James Harden sent to the Brooklyn Nets. Houston gets 4 first-round draft picks, 3 unprotected in return. They also get Victor Oladipo from the Pacers. Cleveland lands Jarrett Allen, and Indiana gets Karis LeVert. On the court, the Nets, waiting for James Harden to arrive, still beat the Knicks 116-109. It was the Lakers topping the Thunder 128-99. LA now 10-3 on the season, 7-0 on the road. Clippers beat the Pelicans 111-106. Damian Lillard goes for 40 points, leading the Trailblazers over the Kings 132-126. Bucks beat the Pistons 110-101. Mavericks over the Hornets 104-93. Luka Doncic, a near triple-double for Dallas, 34 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. Grizzlies top the Timberwolves 118-107. Opening night in the NHL, Flyers beat the Penguins 6-3. It was the Blues over the Avalanche 4-1. Lightning take care of the Blackhawks 5-1. Overtime of the Maple Leafs to edge the Canadiens 5-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a high wind warning continuing. We'll see clearing skies with high temperatures working up into the lower 40s. Gusty northwest winds increasing to 30 to 45 miles per hour. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, still very windy, lows approaching 20. Another windy day in store on your Friday, reaching a high of 32. We'll have northwesterly winds at 20 to 35. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
It is 36 degrees outside, now all cloudy, winds out of the north 30 to 50 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is at 29.89 and still rising, humidity at 55%. High yesterday was 61 with an overnight low of 37, but since that time we've dropped as low as 35 after 7 o'clock this morning, currently at 36. And we have not measured anything so far in the rain gauge. So with these winds at these velocities, the humidity is up from what it was earlier, but it will remain dry out there until we get some moisture. So kind of keep that in mind, if you would, please. We certainly wouldn't have a spark out there with winds up to 50 and 60 miles per hour. That would not be a good thing. It is 5 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show, and we have the pleasure this morning of having the Becky Pearson with us from Pearson Physical Therapy. Haven't got to talk to Becky for a long time, so let's get started. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. Are you fine?
I am quite fine, yes.
Good. I'm glad we've got you on the air. It has been a while since we talked to you because I agree with you. We talked off the air, and Sarah does a great job of representing your services and your company, and she's a great young lady. We appreciate having her being your spokesperson. This gives us a chance to talk to you a little bit about whatever you want to highlight this morning, but I'd like to ask you about March of last year to up to this point in time, how much our lives have changed, and I imagine it's changed the way you do things at Pearson Physical Therapy. Kind of reflect on what you've went through as providing this service safely.
Yeah, it definitely rocked or changed our world as we know it, and was scary, from a business standpoint of, are you going to survive it or not? And we sure tried to be as safe as we can with, disinfecting behind everybody and requesting masks be worn. Of course, if somebody just has a very strong opinion as to not wear a mask, we do respect that as well. So, but I feel like, anybody that did not feel safe, we worked with them to either put them in a private treatment room or to, work with them to be more home exercise program based. But all in all, I really think we handled it pretty well, and we fared it pretty well. And so we used that time when maybe we didn't have as many people coming in to work on a few projects. And that's one of the projects that I want to talk about today.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad that you've made the adjustment and got through the really tough early periods, and now I think we've all learned a little bit too, Becky, about maybe some of the things that we've done differently may stick. We may continue to do those, but it also makes us think a little bit out of the box. So what do you have for us today?
Yeah, so first, touching back on the COVID, if somebody has had it and they're still struggling to get their endurance back, please visit with your doctor about it, because we've had some people come in that we're helping them build their endurance, help them get off the oxygen. So that is something that is totally in our wheelhouse, and we would love to help them with that if their doctor feels that they're at that phase of their recovery. So know that we can help them get back to doing their things that they love. So so that's been really actually fun to see people get back to doing that stuff. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about was we are rolling out a passion project that I started a long time ago. But, we have programs for runners, we have programs for golfers, and, of course, I am a rider. And so we are rolling out our program that we call Solid in the Saddle. And it is for people who ride horse, whether it's for a living or for pleasure or their athletic event. It is tailored for those people to get them, whether they are having pain, maybe they're having some back pain when they're riding or hip pain when they ride. Maybe their knees bother them more. And so we have this great background of knowing what equestrians, what people that live the Western lifestyle, what they love to do and what they have to do for their living. And so we can bring that knowledge and combine it with our physical therapy knowledge and help people stay solid in the saddles, help them stay in the saddle so they can ride, whether it's for their enjoyment and their mental health, or maybe it's for their living. Maybe they have to ride pens, and, if they hurt when they ride pens, that makes their job miserable. Or maybe they're a rancher, and when they bring in the cattle, their back bothers them or their hip bothers them when they reach down to open a gate. So those are all things that this program is designed specifically for, and we would love to visit with people about that if we could.
I think that's a really, really neat program that you're offering there. I was thinking about, there's a lot more people out there that are on horses than most of us realize. I know you are with people that are with horses all the time, and you have ranchers out there who use them. I think most people who rode a horse at one time, maybe even back when they were young, can remember having what they call saddle sore. Even when you were 12 years old, there's just something that is different about riding a horse. You love it. And the people who ride horses well make it look so easy. But when there's really the body has to adapt to that horse's motion, and it's tougher, I think, than we realize, unless we think back when we were 12 years old and it made us sore back then.
Yeah. And so it's frustrating when you love to ride and you get on and it makes your back hurt.
Yeah.
And it's part of your daily routine of, you go out and you have to ride pastures and it makes your back hurt or it makes your hip hurt. And so, we know that, we know the mechanics of the body, if you'd say, and then taking that with the mechanics of riding. And we have developed this great program that really can help people get over that quickly. And also, it's very home exercise program based, because we know that cowboys, cowgirls, we're pretty independent people. And we like to do things our way, and we like to kind of do it on our own. And so this provides them guidance to, work through that. And it also goes well with pairing with chiropractic care. And so, a lot of times people will go to a chiropractor as their first line of defense if they start having pain. And this program actually can complement what the chiropractor does, and it also can be something that once they've learned it, they can try it to see if they can get their pain worked out before they have to go there as well. So I'm pretty excited for this, and I hope the community is too.
Well, I think it's a great addition. I was just thinking here about people who ride just for pleasure. You have the rodeoers who probably see you once in a while anyway, whether it's the horse's fault or not. And then, of course, you have the barrel racers, which are of all ages. And then, as you say, on the farm, on the ranch type, that's a whole lot of different people. Cutting horses, you start thinking about all the different ways that people utilize and enjoy horses. There's a lot of people out there that would be very interested in this program, I would think.
Absolutely, yeah. I think so. I talk to people about it all the time when I'm at events, and it's always interesting. They're like, if I'm a barrel racer, so I'm at a barrel race, and I'll have somebody that'll say, well, oh, my back hurts after I made that run. And sometimes what they don't realize is their horse is sore, so their horse is compensating, and then that slams them around in the saddle, if you'd say, in a different way, so then it can, make their pelvis go out, if you'd say. And so this program helps get that back into alignment using exercises to do that. And so we're really excited to bring this to people, and I hope they take advantage of it.
Well, I think that they will, and it's great that you have the understanding that horses are athletes, and they get sore and change the way they might run their bodies. That's good for your customers, your clients, because you know it's a two-way street, and you work with horses all the time. So congratulations, that's a great idea.
Yeah, thanks. And then, I don't think riders oftentimes, I don't think they think of themselves maybe as athletes as much. But I know, in the rodeo community, there's definitely been more of a switch to people realizing that they have to be more conditioned. They're going to be at the top of their event if they're more fit. And so, we have not only the program to help people manage their pain, but then once you get the pain under control, then how can we help you become as fit as possible so that you can do your event as good as possible, that you can be more competitive if you're stronger, if you have a more solid core, if you treat yourself as an athlete just as much as your horse. We expect our horses to be very fit, but if we aren't fit as riders, we're not going to get as much out of them. So this encompasses that as well.
All right.
Becky, this is Brent. I've got a question for you. Does your program differ at all based on a person's riding experience, or is it kind of the same program regardless of where you are in your experience as a rider?
Well, we can tailor it to somebody that's more of a beginner. Of course, when we see them here in the clinic, we look at what areas are you the weakest. Maybe you're weak in a hamstring, and you're weaker in one hamstring more than another. And so we can tailor that program, to fit where they're the weakest or where you're the tightest. And so it probably is a little bit more tailored more on your strengths and your deficits, more so than your ability as a rider. Now, if they wanted to take it as far as then get on the horse and we see what happens when you're on the horse, we can do that as well, which is really cool and fun. But then that would take into account their experience as a rider.
Yeah. Good question, Brett. I have a very excellent question as well, Becky. Do you have a Shetland pony category?
Yeah. Yep, some of those can be really hard to ride, actually, because when the kids were little, we had one, and oh my goodness, it was like riding a 2x4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had a buddy when we were kids, had a little Shetland pony, and boy, they would go all over town as fast as they could. But when that horse decided maybe it wasn't time to ride him anymore, he could take care of that in a hurry, too.
Yeah.
They're kind of ornery little devils.
They are, but they're great. When you have a good pony, they are so good.
Yeah, and it's a good way to start. So, well, that's a great program. Is there anything else? How do people reach you to talk to you about this? You want phone calls or digital conversations? How do you want to work it?
We are available in so many ways. So our telephone here at the clinic is 308-872-5800, or we're available on email. You can contact us through our website at pearsonpt.com, and there's a contact us form. Facebook, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page. So really, if you should not have a hard time finding us.
Okay.
So if there's any way you want to get a hold of us, and we do have for people that are listening online, we do also have like a distance education with this Solid in the Saddle program as well. So that's kind of what that project was about during COVID. So.
All right, you're ready to go with that. Now, do you have plans to have a program just for carpenters? Because you have experience in that area.
That's right. Yes, we'll call that, I don't know, solid on the roof truss or something like that.
All right, well, we'll look forward to, I'd like to know how many people take advantage of this. I think it's pretty exciting, Becky. Thanks for taking time to talk to us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yep, it's always a pleasure.
All
right, Becky Pearson with Pearson Physical Therapy. She started it here in Broken Bow, and it's grown and grown and grown. It's a pretty cool program, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to it, a lot more to it than most of us know when it comes to handling and riding a horse. It's a real test in talent for both the animal and the rider at times. It's fun to watch, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Becky. We'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll have the commentary from Ray Hunt. That's next, and then we'll visit with the folks at Klang Financial. Stay tuned.
Newsmax TV is the biggest thing on cable news, with shows including Dick Morris, Rudy Giuliani, Michelle Malkin, Diamond and Silk, Mike Huckabee, Alan Dershowitz, and more. Every night, watch Newsmax's #1 show, Greg Kelly Reports. Greg Kelly tells you the truth about Trump. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Check your guide or tell your operator you want Newsmax. 30 million Americans watch Newsmax TV. And download the Newsmax app on your smartphone. It's free, so get Newsmax TV anytime, anywhere.
For over 40 years, Ray Reynolds has helped customers get millions in credit. It's no wonder why they call him the godfather of credit. Ray Reynolds will get your score above 720. Do you need $50,000 of corporate credit? By using corporate credit, you can finance a business, buy real estate and stock under a corporation. Now you can meet Ray Reynolds on his daily webinar at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. Go to rayswebinar.com and check out his free, very informative webinar, or call 800-490-4140 now. That's rayswebinar.com, or call 800-490-4140.
This commentary is paid for by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio of Colin Weir speaking out against Democrat Virginia Governor signing in gun control in the middle of pandemic is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
We're in the midst of a pandemic. People are dying from a virus. Our economy is nearly at a standstill. People are feeling vulnerable and want to buy guns to protect themselves during uncertain times. But instead of dealing with the pandemic and figuring out a way to get our economy back on track, the governor of Virginia is passing gun control laws.
After years of trying, Governor Ralph Northam pushed new gun laws across the finish line on Friday.
This is an exciting day for me, for our administration, and for Virginia.
No, it's an exciting day for you, because you're a slimy shell of a man who is taking advantage of the state of the people in not only Virginia, but across the country by passing these laws when you know everyone is being distracted by the pandemic. You tried to pass these laws not too long ago, and over 30,000 people showed up to hold a protest against them. You're not doing the bidding of the people, you're doing the bidding of yourself and your daddy Bloomberg.
The new laws include background checks.
I want you to notice how they never say universal background checks. They simply say background checks. This is done to make you think that we don't have background checks, but we do. What they want to do is set a requirement for a national gun registry by requiring you to get a background check for private transactions. The problem is you can't really enforce a private transaction requirement, and they know this. When nothing changes, they'll say, our universal background checks have had no effect because we can't enforce them. So we need a gun registry of all the guns so we know who has what, and we can enforce the universal background check better. After that doesn't work, they'll be saying, okay, we just need to confiscate certain guns now because they're all registered, and you know what? They'll be able to do it. I don't know this because I'm a psychic. I know this because it's literally what Hitler did. First comes background checks, second comes registry, then comes the government saying, now give them all to me. For crying out loud, they're exploiting the chaos of a pandemic to quietly pass gun control. You think they can be trusted with a national gun registry?
Harsher penalties for leaving unlocked firearms around children.
Personally, I don't like laws that punish people for leaving firearms unlocked around children. Anti-gunners love to say that thousands of kids die every year from guns, but what they don't tell you is that they're talking about anyone under the age of 17. A lot of those kids of which die from gang violence. As for legitimate accidents, I know 6-year-olds that know their way around the firearm. Their parents teach them, and thus the parents feel comfortable leaving the guns unlocked around them. If we spent more time educating kids about firearm safety instead of gun laws, we'd save way more lives than we would throwing parents in jail after the accident already happened. That could have been avoided by education.
Requiring gun owners to report lost or stolen firearms.
I've had a gun stolen and I reported it as soon as I was aware of it. I think everyone should do this. However, there are times where people don't even realize their gun has been stolen. A lot of people don't interact with their guns on a daily basis. So yes, somebody could steal it and they'd never know until they were forced to know because it turned up at a crime scene somewhere. So now, not only has their gun been stolen, they're being punished for being a victim of a crime. I just can't get with that.
And a cap limiting buyers to 1 handgun per month.
Limiting the number of handguns I can buy a month is a perfect example of punishing me for the crimes of other people. They like to say that limiting gun purchases to 1 a month will help stop straw purchases. No, it stops me from buying a gun. Since when has it been okay to ration constitutional rights? That's not how rights work. Now it's 1 month, then it'll be every 6 months, and before you know it, you can only buy 1 gun a year. That's how arbitrary this number is. If you can justify limiting my purchase to 1 a month to stop straw purchases, then what's to stop you from easily saying, okay, well, actually, let's make that 1 a year? Or actually, how about none at all? And because these limitations don't actually stop crime, it'll be a perfect excuse to increase the duration.
It also includes a red flag law, which allows authorities to temporarily take guns from anyone considered a threat.
In short, red flag laws are a way to take someone's constitutional rights away even though they haven't broken the law. Any random person can make the case to a judge that you're a potential danger, and without you even being there to defend yourself against this accusation, you can have your guns taken away. Red flag laws spit in the face of due process and sets the Second Amendment on fire.
This is something that has been personal to me for many years. It is something that since I've been in political office that I have fought for.
And there you have it. This isn't about the people, it's about him. He's using the power of his office to wage his personal war against the Second Amendment during a pandemic. This is about power for him. Nothing more, nothing less.
The debate over gun rights in the Commonwealth will continue even after these laws take effect. But Governor Northam says this is his chance to stop Virginians from shooting and killing each other.
We have seen enough funerals, we've been to enough vigils, we've heard enough people say that our thoughts and prayers are with these families, but it was time to have our legislators take votes and pass laws.
How about stopping criminals from committing crimes? I can't stand this helicopter political parenting of these politicians. You're not the people of Virginia's father. You're their representative. They told you what they want when they marched on the state capitol. But because you think of yourself as an overlord instead of a representative of the people, you treat the good people of Virginia like children. And frankly, that's how a lot of these politicians see the American people. We put them in power, but they feel they've gotten there by divine right. and must rule and control the little peasants. That's what gun control is. The American people can't be trusted with guns, so we're going to do everything we can to restrict them into oblivion.
Gallagher Power Fence systems from AeroSeed are safe, easy to install, and an economical way to contain your livestock. Choose from a wide range of fencing options, both permanent and portable, and from solar, electric, or battery operated to help you easily control and rotate your grazing areas. If your fencer ever needs repaired, AeroSeed can usually fix it in-house. Stop by AeroSeed in Broken Bow today for all your power fence needs. You've never really had a fencer until you've had a Gallagher fencer.
It is 8:27, almost 8:28. It's time to talk with James and the gang, the James Gang, Klang Financial, downtown Broken Bow, in the center of the business, district, something like that. Now, I don't want to go to the phone now because I know that Stephanie's going to tell me that my mind's going. I'm getting old.
Aren't you?
No, I'm getting older in numbers, but not mentally.
Still sharp, just sharp as ever. David J. Burnett.
Sharp as a dull knife. Good morning. How are you folks doing?
Great. Good morning. Yes, we are coming to you from the financial district of Broken Bow. Good to talk to you guys this morning.
You too, both. Is Stephanie there?
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, good. So
he didn't let me have today off, Dave, so I have to work all day today.
Oh, man, he's a slave driver.
Sometimes he is. Yeah, it's probably good for me.
Well, there's not all married couples that can work together, first of all. And I think one of the reasons maybe there's two reasons you guys do this so well is because you're good friends and a great married couple. The second part is you both kind of have expertise in different areas in the Klang Financial business, so you got your own work going on. What are you folks up to these days?
Yeah, we do complement each other fairly well here in the office. The other thing that holds us together is we're on our knees praying every day. Without that, I don't know how anybody makes it. So we got to give some credit to the good Lord on that. But so what do you got to talk about today, Steph? Some Medicare Advantage information?
I do. I don't have a lot, Dave, which is unusual for me because, I love to talk. But I do want to put it out there just for the community that this is Medicare Advantage open enrollment period. I know it seems like there are a lot of different open enrollment periods with Medicare, but this one's important because if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan right now and you don't like it, this is an opportunity to either switch to a different Medicare Advantage plan, drop the Medicare Advantage plan, go back to original Medicare, and then it also, if you're dropping a Medicare Advantage plan, moving back to original Medicare, you can then get on a drug plan within the Medicare marketplace as well. So any questions about that, I would suggest before you do anything to call me and we'll go through what your situation looks like, because everybody's a little bit different. One other thing, this runs from January 1st to March 31st. But the other thing I've had a few questions about, whether it's the hospital or the clinic, is just how these Medicare Advantage plans work, because they're fairly new here, Dave. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot to them. So when something's new, you have to learn it, and that's a little difficult. There's a little hurdle there. But I'm required to be really educated on these plans. So I always tell people, if you have a question, even if you think it's silly, call me, let me explain it, let me help, whether it's a claim or a bill or, anything really. Just give me a jingle and I'll try to walk you through it. So we've had some questions about prescription drug plans, and I'm able to walk people through it, even help them set up online accounts, etc. And we're happy to do that here.
Well, Steph, that's so good to hear. Just hearing all the different things that change and the options that are there and the windows that open and close, many of us just kind of glaze over. We panic and we glaze over, and we have a hard time consuming the information because we're freaking out to start with. So a phone call to you would solve a lot of issues.
It would, and I like it when people call. You know, a lot of people call and they're like, "Oh, I hate to bother you again today."
Mm-hmm.
There might be a couple listening right now that would laugh at that, but I'm like, call me every day if you want. I mean, if there's something you need and we can help, call us and we'll go through it. We'll explain it and help you as much as we can. So
okay, glad you're there, Steph. We appreciate it.
Yeah, if you got glazing over your eyes, I think there might be a solution you can spray on that too to get rid of it. But Steph, or you can just call Steph and she'll help with that.
Yeah, I think that the crux of the problem is there's a lot of details that if you really want to be up to speed on it, just with that overview that Stephanie provided, you really have to stay up to speed and study and do all of the things that due diligence demands, and a lot of us just aren't built that way, or we just don't take the time to know it. So if we have somebody that can help us with it, that's a big deal.
Well, remember Becky was talking about horses being athletes and riders are athletes. You know, what do athletes do? They constantly train to better themselves. And, you know, Dave, I might not look like it, but I think of myself as an athlete too, because I'm constantly training to exercise my financial prowess, and so I think we're athletes too. And I think you guys should be thinking of as yourself in that line as well, because you constantly train too, don't you?
Well, this is the thing that we have to be totally honest about, James, and is that there's a lot of morning hosts that prep for hours before, and about all we do is get a cup of coffee and dive right in. To be honest with you.
Well, because you guys are pros, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a lot of pros, they train, and then they get to a point where muscle memory takes over, and you don't have to think about it. You just react, and that you guys are pros.
Well, thank you.
Man, James, you are so good. Let me just say that. You talk about you training, though. The reason you guys have to train is, my goodness, nothing stays the same, does it?
No. Congress likes to change things up or add things, and a lot of times it's a duplication of what we're already doing. But yeah, there is a lot of training. There are every once in a while there's new products out there, or there's new funds to invest in. There's new strategies. So we're constantly researching and training and making sure that we pass on that knowledge to our clients. And that's our main goal here, is to make sure we're educated so we can do the absolute best for our clients.
James, I talked with one of your competitors this week. I guess it would be called competitors. They're in kind of the same line of work you are, not exactly. And I think you folks are good friends, which doesn't surprise us. Yeah. But when I talked with that particular person, she says, Dave, we've got 3 lines, and most of them are lit up all the time, to call in and ask about what we should be doing with investments right now due to the environment we're in politically and the unknown of transfer to the new president. And, the list goes on and on right now. I understand what you're saying this morning, getting down on your knees, because we're all wondering what tomorrow's going to bring. And I think that's maybe causing some unsettled feelings with people who have investments. Can you address that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And the main thing that I focus on when I speak with the clients is don't panic. This country is resilient. We've gone through a lot of things over our 200-plus years. And don't panic. We will survive this, and the market is driven by consumers like me and you, and we're not going to give up on it. Our economy is driven by us. In certain respects, it matters who's in the White House, but ultimately, we, the people, decide what happens in this country. And so through every administration, there's been ups and downs. But over time, the market has always gone up. So I remind my clients of that. But on the other hand, the next decade probably won't look like the last one. So we need to take that into consideration as well. And redesigning our portfolios is key. We need to shift. We need more alternatives. But we also don't want to take recency bias into account and to hold you back. So, which means, we shouldn't take everything out of the market in the long term because of recent events. The market is still good for us over time. I always tell my clients, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And over time, you will earn money in the market. But also, we need to redesign our portfolios to match your needs. And that's where we sit down with our clients and have those conversations, what your goals are, your objectives, what you want to accomplish. And based on the research we do, we may want to redesign your portfolios. So, we've had a lot of conversations like that. And the main thing is we're here to help. No matter who your advisor is, if you want a second opinion, anything, give us a call. We're glad to help. We're honored. One of the plaques that Steph has on her wall is expect nothing and appreciate everything. And that's something that we do. We appreciate every person that walks through our door, every person that calls, and we're just honored and glad to help.
All right. Well said. What's really crazy about all this, and I'd be interested to get your opinion on this because you do watch the markets every day. That's what you do. But with all that's going on, it's to some of us who don't understand it very well, the markets they're actually very, very good right now.
Yeah, they have been. I mean, it tumbled last year.
Right.
Significantly, but boy, it stormed back, and it's doing fairly well. I mean, all-time highs. And the underlying cause of that, there's a lot of reasons, and they can be inflated. There's a lot of speculation that there's bubbles that are going to pop soon. But it seems like we say that every year. But the main thing, again, is not the recency bias. That's crippling a lot of people, and the news, what they hear in the news for that day, whatever it might be. Keep in mind your long-term strategy, and that's what we help coach people with. What is your long-term strategy with your portfolio? And we can definitely help with that.
All right. Yeah, you're in an interesting game, my friend. It's it's interesting.
If a marriage and working together as a couple doesn't keep life interesting enough, then yes, watching the market certainly does as well.
Well, it's all working out. You're a nice fit here. You've been here a long time now, but your new location is wonderful. You got a great crew there. You have good help, and I understand you're still very, very happy about your people you're working with there and the people that walk in through your door. So Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, we are so blessed, and I'm looking forward to 2021. It's going to be a great year.
All right. Thanks, James. Stephanie, thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. 8:41. This morning is flying by. We have a lot of good conversations. Announcement of a new program at Pearson Physical Therapy for people who ride and spend time on horses and may need some help. And, of course, it's always fun to talk with Stephanie and James about the financial side of things. They make it very easy to visit, and that's what they'll be like when you use their services. Give them a call. Brent, I didn't want to get into a hassle today because the very nice lady at the post office asked me not to pick on you, but is there a reason you're wearing a Cubs shirt today? It's not baseball season.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, every day would be a reason to wear a Cubs shirt.
Fair answer. Not too far from spring training, actually.
And it was the first thing that I saw in the closet, so I grabbed it.
I hear you. We're going to take a quick time out, a quick music set here for you, and then we're going to visit with Matt with Subway. That's all coming your way.
There's still time to set new goals for 2021. Bank smarter and stretch your dollar further with Premier Checking from Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you already do. Currently have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Interested in setting up a new account? Sign up is quick and easy. Stop in or call one of our friendly customer service representatives to get started. Visit bruningbank.com for rates and details. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Geared for Sports and Broken Bow has the gear and sportswear you need from head to toe. Right now, their focus is on your feet. See them for 20% off all regular price shoes. Also save an additional 10% off all
The Bare Naked Ladies falling for the first time right here on The Breakfast Show. It's 8:48, and we do have Matt on the line with Subway. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. You know, when you answered the phone, it sounded like maybe you were just finishing up some breakfast. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Coffee.
Bacon?
No, I haven't had bacon. I had bacon and eggs last night for supper.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, you are a bacon guy. That's why I feel like you and I get along so well, Matt. You're a bacon guy.
Bacon
makes
every
it
day.
better.
Man.
Bacon makes everything better.
So you had that for supper last night. That sounds kind of good, actually.
Hey, Matt, I saw a commercial on television the other day for Subway, and it was promoting the protein bowl, I think, which you've talked about. Oh, my goodness, man, that thing looks like it'll fill you up.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat and the vegetables for a foot-long sandwich inside a bowl, and you don't have to have all that bread if you don't want it.
Yeah. Are those, they've been around for a little bit now. Are those going well for you?
So far, not too bad. I think people are getting, it's a new item, so it's starting to catch on. I've noticed more and more are getting sold every day.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So,
well, the thing
with
about
all the diet programs, it's probably a good thing to have out there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. And it's nice once in a while not to have, the bread is great. I mean, that's what Subway's known for, all the different fresh daily baked breads. But sometimes it's just nice to not have it straight up like that. So,
yeah.
Now, does that
actually, Subway, the number one thing they're known for is cookies.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. I didn't believe it, but there was an article on it that it's all about the Subway cookies.
Huh. So, well, let's talk. That's a good segue. Let's talk about cookies. What's in the shelf right now?
Macadamia nut, chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, raspberry cheesecake, and the caramel brownie.
Caramel brownie.
I don't know if I should go here, but I'm going to. Matt, can you give me the phone number or something to corporate? So I want, dude, the M&M cookie. Where did it go?
Right. Yeah. It's just they took it away because it's too much, just like the chocolate chip. I'm guessing.
Oh, I can. Okay.
So they wanted to bring raspberry cheesecake as now a permanent cookie item instead of M&M.
Oh, okay.
So it gives us another flavor.
Well, that's okay. Considering I love the raspberry cheesecake cookie, too, I guess I'm okay with that now.
Right, except we in Holdridge and Broken Bow have always carried raspberry cheesecake with the M&M because they accidentally got ordered.
Oh, nice.
So you always had them then, so that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's not really
and now they're permanent.
Yeah, there's permanent. There's not really a cookie that Brent doesn't like, by the way. I've noticed that.
That would be about true.
But the Subways are so soft and fresh. Now, once in a while, it's nice to have a crisp cookie, and I don't want to have another.
Dunker?
Yeah, a dunker, definitely. Like a chocolate chip that gets a little crispy is great in coffee or milk. But Subways, I don't know if you could leave them out long enough to get crispy. They're so soft and, fresh, but I suppose you could.
Yep.
So they're good. They're good. Let's talk a little bit about breakfast, if you don't mind. We don't probably talk about it as often as we should because you have some options there that are very, very tasty, but also very economical.
Right. You can get a 6-inch breakfast sandwich and a small drink, and I think it's $3 1/4.
Wow.
And that's ham and egg, bacon and egg, or egg and cheese. And then we also have steak and egg. We have sunrise melt, and those are both good.
What's on the sunrise melt? Can I ask?
It's turkey, ham, and bacon.
Oh, that sounds good too. I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
Me too. I'm going to have to go make something.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably put on some bacon, and away you go. So.
Yeah, I think I finished off the package last night.
Oh, darn it.
Can you double the meat on the breakfast sandwiches too? If
Yes,
a person
you
wants?
can.
Okay.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you can even triple meat, quadruple meat.
Wow. How much meat?
Decide.
How much meat can you put on a sandwich?
Put quite a bit.
Yeah.
As much as whatever the customer wants, we'll do.
Wow.
How about wraps?
So I have my favorite sandwich is I call it the heart attack, and it's the spicy Italian, the meatball, and the BLT all thrown together.
Oh my gracious! Really?
Yeah.
You put you add meatballs to the spicy Italian?
Oh yeah.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
You should definitely try it.
The BLT, you put the lettuce on there too?
No, just the bacon.
Oh, just the bacon. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to decide. I'm like, boy, I don't know if I'd want lettuce on top of the meatballs or not.
Oh, Lord.
But the more you describe it, the more I like it.
Tomato, some onion, green pepper, and some jalapeno, salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese, and that sandwich is the bomb.
Matt, you do kind of bring up an interesting point. I mean, obviously, when we walk into Subway, we see the types of sandwiches that are listed on the board. But can a person variate from that and just say they want, to create their own creation? Can they do that, or is it easier to just order something off the board?
You can create your own, and we'll just charge accordingly.
Okay.
We have buttons that we can hit for, so if you wanted a turkey sandwich and you wanted to add pepperoni, we have a button to add pepperoni.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. So if you wanted a turkey sandwich, add salami, we can do that too.
Oh, that's good to know, because I guess I've always thought you just got to order off the board. But
no.
Good.
And I always joke when I'm running the line, I joke with people when they order, I'm like, and they say they want a steak. I'm like, you want to try that with some tuna today? And call it a surf and turf.
Oh, well, of course.
Right, and I just say it as a joke, and I've actually had one person say, that doesn't sound too bad.
That was going to be my question. Has anybody tried it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, you can do anything you want, any way you want at Subway. Matt, I was going to ask you a little bit. Last time we talked briefly about the wraps, and I remember when they first came out, I think you had, one or two different wraps that you could have made. What do you have? What's availability now? How many do you have?
It's still just two, the tomato basil and the spinach. They were talking about bringing I think it was a habanero or a jalapeno, but then COVID hit.
Oh, kind of put a
so everything got backed up and shifted around. So I don't know what happened to it.
Okay, well they're great wraps. I think the texture in those wraps is really adds to the flavor, and they're easy to eat if you're in a hurry or traveling. They're great. So that's just another one of the things that people can order when they come in, and they can sit down and they can enjoy it in the renovated eating area, or they can take it to go. You guys are up for anything. We appreciate having a Subway here in Broken Bow, Matt. We hope that as this year folds out, we get back to more normalcy, and things will really, really roll for us all.
Yep.
Right.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping too. Matt,
but I don't think the masks are ever going to go away.
Oh, maybe not. That's a good question. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I suppose in your business that might be more of a concern than the regular population.
In our business, every restaurant has gone to it's part of the uniform now.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to work in a mask all day, but I think I've noticed with kids, they sometimes forget they have them on.
I have.
Yeah. So I guess we get used to about anything. Appreciate it, Matt. Thanks a lot. Take care. Talk to you next week.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too. All right. Subway in Broken Bow. I wonder if he's correct. I'm thinking maybe he might be in areas where people are working with food. It might be from this point on that they wear masks in some, if not all, food vending restaurants. Be interesting to see.
Yeah, I guess time will tell.
Yeah. All right, about 8:58 gives us a time to talk a little bit about Sargent Pipe Company. looking for some help.
Yeah, they're currently looking for a full-time general labor and also looking for a full-time welder fabricator. Offering insurance and 401k benefits, you can apply for these positions in person at 114 North 1st Avenue in Broken Bow, or go to their website, sergeantpipe.com. And you can also check this listing out on sandhillsexpress.com on the employment page.
All right, news is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. House Speaker Pelosi is readying impeachment articles to send to the Senate after lawmakers voted to hold President Trump accountable for inciting an insurrection. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
In a letter to his Republican colleagues Wednesday afternoon, Leader McConnell said, "I have not made a final decision on how I will vote, and I intend to listen to the legal arguments when they are presented to the Senate."
A trial isn't expected until after the inauguration. Dozens of lawmakers want an investigation into visitors at the Capitol complex the morning of last week's deadly attack. Virginia Democrat Abigail Spanberger.
Since March, because of COVID-19, the building has been closed to the public, so it is easy to note when there is a real departure from that.
Jobless claims jump. Bank rates, Mark Hamrick.
This reminds us that the economic crisis has not gone away, far from it, at a time when multiple crises have been vying for our attention.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
In NFL news, the Jaguars and Urban Meyer are in advanced talks regarding Jacksonville's head coaching vacancy, according to Adam Schefter. Meyer reportedly met with team owner Shad Khan again on Wednesday. In NBA action, the Nets won again without missing Kyrie Irving. They beat the Knicks 116-109. Kevin Durant led Brooklyn with 29 points, but 7 Nets were in double digits. And Brooklyn acquired James Harden from Houston on Wednesday in a multi-team deal that involved multiple players and draft picks. Lakers improved to a league-best 10-3 with a 128-99 win over the Thunder. Damian Lillard scored 40 points, leading the Trailblazers to a 132-126 win over the Kings. Portland ties a franchise record by making 23 three-pointers in the win. And the Bucks beat the Pistons 110-101. Giannis had a triple-double.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a high wind warning continuing. We'll see clearing skies with high temperatures working up into the lower 40s. Gusty northwest winds increasing to 30 to 45 miles per hour. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, still very windy, lows approaching 20. Another windy day in store on your Friday, reaching a high of 32. We'll have northwesterly winds at 20 to 35. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Having computer problems? Don't take it out on your computer equipment. Call Mark Phillips with Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. He offers computer sales, repair, and on-site service. Is your computer slow or infected with a virus? Mark can clean it up. Whether it's a home system or the networking of an office, Central IT is ready to help. From custom builds to individual IT products, Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. Call Mark at 872-6600 for Central IT.
Don't let winter weather and the fear of falling keep you stranded for the season. Poor balance doesn't have to be a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment from Pearson Physical Therapy, offering clinic, home, and telemedicine visits. Don't fall, give Pearson's a call at 872-5800.
Hi, this is Terry at Off-Broadway Assisted Living in Broken Bow. We're looking for someone awesome to join our work family. We are hiring for an office manager position, full-time, Monday through Friday. Applicants must be professional with proficiency in Excel, Publisher, Word, and QuickBooks. Working with the elderly is a must in this position. Also, don't forget we are allowing move-ins with a special of $1,000 off your first month and 10% off the first 2 months at Off-Broadway in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Terry. It's 9:03, and we are sitting here going into the 9 o'clock hour looking at not as much to do as usual, so we'll get a couple of songs in for you. But we did want to talk a little bit later on about Quality Senior Villages. Well, heck, let's do it right now because we can compare here. We just heard from Off Broadway, which is a care center for people who are independent livers. They just want to not worry about mowing their lawn anymore and doing the things in the house that maybe they don't enjoy doing anymore. And then we go to another facility, which is very important as well, and that's Quality Senior Villages. I heard Shannon talking with Kent yesterday on the phone, kind of working up some things that they want to talk about in the future. But we are so lucky to have this facility here with people who are specialized in caring for people with Alzheimer's and dementia and knowing, after a while of handling those clients, how to make their life as best it can be.
Yeah, and they are currently looking for help, looking for a full-time, part-time medication aide, as well as looking for resident caregivers. At Quality Senior Villages, they value their employees and are committed to providing employment opportunities to caring, compassionate, and dedicated professionals. If you're passionate about making a lasting difference in residents' lives, please apply. To apply or to ask questions, just give them a call at 872-6387. That's 872-6387.
help customers get millions in credit. It's no wonder why they call him the godfather of credit. Ray Reynolds will get your score above 720. Do you need $50,000 of corporate credit? By using corporate credit, you can finance a business, buy real estate and stock under a corporation. Now you can meet Ray Reynolds on his daily webinar at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. Go to rayswebinar.com and check out his free, very informative webinar or call 800-490-4140 now. That's rayswebinar.com or call 800-490-4140.
It is 9:10 or almost 9:10. You remember last year, Brent, we had the Love Local promotion that went over so well?
Yeah.
Well, it's happening again this year, starting on Monday, right here on The Breakfast Show. On weekday mornings, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to local businesses. This Monday, it will be a gift card to Runza in Broken Bow. So keep listening all the way into February as we'll keep giving them away until they're gone. So we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to Runza starting on Monday. And pretty much every day for quite a while, we'll be giving $25 away. So not only is it great that you listen to The Breakfast Show, we appreciate it very much, but you might win $25 that you can spend at a local business.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Did you ride a Shetland pony when you were little?
No, I did not. No. I was on Grandpa's horse when I was very young, and I had a bad experience.
Oh, yeah.
So, that kind of stopped my horse riding.
We found with horses, because Becky announced her new program this morning at Pearson's Physical Therapy, we found as somewhere in the 7th grade, 8th grade area, 6th, 7th, 8th, that horses were chick magnets.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
sure.
If you had a horse and you could give the gals a ride, it was a win-win.
Well, yeah.
But we had 2 horses that the neighbors let us ride because their kids got old enough they weren't riding them much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they were nice enough neighbors. If we would come take them out, they were okay with that. And the problem being is that you don't want to run a horse on cement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the horses, they get an idea what's going on, and then when you got on dirt, you would cut loose and let them run.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it got to the point that you had no control over that horse. At least we didn't, because we were in 7th grade, and these horses would get on that dirt and they'd take off a little bit. But even more so, when there was one path you took where the dirt road took them home, back to the corral.
Sure.
Surprised we didn't have a head-on or a collision in an intersection with the car, because when that horse decided, hey, we're on the road and we're going to go home, we couldn't hardly hold them back.
Yeah.
And they would run, and we're lucky we didn't fall off or have one of the gals fall off. But that was a real chick magnet.
Yeah.
You rode a horse, you got to give the gals a ride on the horse.
Yeah.
So you young people out there, get a horse.
There you go. You probably told them to hang on tight too, right? Hang on tight to me now.
Well, you didn't.
I can just see Dave. Now hang on real tight to me.
You didn't have to do that when it got on the dirt road.
No, probably not. Yeah.
So you didn't have to, expose yourself and tell them.
The horse was helping you out.
You didn't have to say hold on tight. You just waited to get on a dirt road. Those were the days.
There you go.
9:13.
Grocery Cart, proud to have served Custer County for over 35 years. Right now, save on 80% lean ground round in 10-pound tubes, $1.98 a pound. 8-pound average Hormel boneless center cut pork loins are $1.88 a pound. Certified Angus beef cube steaks, $4.48 a pound. 2.5-pound bags of Best Choice boneless skinless chicken thighs are $5.48. Have a pasta night. Best Choice pastas are 68 cents, and Hunt's pasta sauces are 5 for $5 at the Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Have a big mess you need to clean up? Store More rents 12, 15, and 18 cubic yard roll-off dumpsters perfect for your big cleanup project. For construction, yard waste, and shingles. Ask them about unit storage as well. Call Dan at 870-0316 for Store More.
A lot goes into keeping a precision operation moving.
The inputs you choose have to deliver results. New Delaro Complete Fungicide from Bayer offers unmatched consistency and the most complete disease control available. Your corn and soybeans are protected and yields higher even in unpredictable conditions. With Delaro Complete, you get results you can count on to help keep your precision operation running smoothly. Always read and follow label instructions. To learn more, visit delarocomplete.us today.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
9:15. In honor of horse riding today, let's take a